Two, one. Welcome, lords and ladies of fate. In this stream, we play various tabletop role-playing games as you, the audience, earn fate chips that can be used to reward or punish your favorite players or their characters. You can earn fate chips by just watching, following, hosting, or subscribing, or just contributing to the game. You can then use those fate chips to heal characters, adjust their next skill checks, force them to say silly lines, or just wreak havoc on the story. Tonight, we're playing Star Trek Adventures. These are the voyages of the starship Norway. Our crew consists of Armand, who is playing Captain Roland Sykes. Then there's myself, who is playing Commander Baljasorthus. And we have Rockosaurus Rex playing Lieutenant Commander Bajor Burkeson. Amanda playing Lieutenant Commander Arya Burks. And Good Devil playing Lieutenant Commander Sivek. And to mediate the wills of the fates, we have the ominous silhouette of our very own Q, being played by Wayne. Q.
That's your cue. Get it? Oh no. Did we lose audio too? Q, blink twice if you can hear us. Oh wait. That doesn't help. Oh no!
Screaming in.
He's reporting from the quantum level. He's here. He's just this big.
He was literally just talking 2 seconds ago.
Welcome back.
Oh,
The Continuum. I simply played a little trick to see what would happen if I took my omniscient eye off of you. Because I can see you, but you can't see
Don't
me.
lie. The Continuum didn't pay their phone bill.
We use Ting because that guy, Ryan Reynolds, is hot.
He is. Yeah.
So, yes, we all agree. Can we all get it? Yes. Anyway, so this has been a very solid beginning to the week for the Continuum and its tech support staff. So what to add to this eternal chaos from which creation springs, we're going to allow even greater agency to both our crew and what little micro brains that are now continuously dropping off the chat, it looks like. I'm watching the number on the chat go down and down. So whoever's left, you will get to choose the next adventure that we will play this very evening. And this is part 3 of 6
Holy
Transitorium
crap.
Sky.
I was gonna
What?
vote for Roland Buys a Meal, but I apparently don't have to.
I'm just not feeling it. I've got you under my skin. The Equus Mulus Gambit and Roland Buys a Meal.
Equus Mulus, really?
Yes, it is. You've actually paid attention in class. You have a well-rounded background. Do you want to
well
describe?
versed in dead
I know
languages?
so many
Yes.
dead languages.
Oh, so you know COBOL.
I know what.
I know Cobalt. I have a funny story about Cobalt. I'll have to tell you something.
There is no such thing. Next.
Oh, I beg
While
to
we wait
differ.
for the vote,
The
while
only
we
funny
wait for the
story about
vote.
Cobalt.
While we wait for the vote, why don't you tell us, regale us with the Una matrix of COBOL?
So I took a COBOL programming class in college. It was like an intro class for the degree I was going for. Long story short, I go to class, write my programs, save them on my 3.5-inch floppy disks. I know that's dating myself. And then I'd go. The class was like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I come in on Wednesday, and my programs weren't there. They were erased, so the disks were corrupted. So that went on for a while, and then the professor was like, "Look, this happens every day. You spend all your time like catching up and rewriting the programs, and you know you have to think about whether or not you want to drop the class at this point. So I was upset about it. Just like, you know, make a decision. I was upset about it. I go out to my car. I throw my backpack into my trunk, and it bangs right into my subwoofer box that's in the back of there. And I stand there and I stare at the box, the back, holding two 12-inch subwoofers, which are giant magnets that literally were erasing my programs whenever I threw them into my trunk. So every day, the reason that I didn't have my programs when I came back to class was that I erased them right afterwards by throwing them into my trunk with the subwoofers.
That's terrible.
It was terrible. I dropped the class. I don't technically know COBOL. I know, like,
you know how to program the intro stuff over and over again, and that's it.
Over.
You could give us a really good introductory, but that's all.
I feel
could probably make an old school ATM machine work.
I think you could do Hello World in its very verbose language. And again, erasing things by throwing them into a trunk is a very typical solid trope in all literature.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yes, I feel that as long as you took it out to the woods and put that disc away into a deep, deep hole.
I kind of just like stood there and had that speaking of tropes, like that movie trope in the like where somebody just starts going completely insane and they just laugh at the sky.
Maniacal laugh, everyone.
Yeah.
All together, maniacal laugh.
That's
It's
what
like
I
the
did.
denial laugh. Like, this is not happening.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is good.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is
Beaten by a subwoofer.
I know. So stupid.
Oh.
So stupid.
So what we have, well, we all agree, you microbrains are all stupid. So not surprising to anyone after I put that out this morning on the Discord chat. So please, if anyone wants to join the Discord chat and support Lords and Ladies of Fate, you can hang out there. I don't know if that's actually allowed or not. Yep. So join the Discord chat. Most people are. You get to see behind the curtain, as it were. So we have Roland buys a meal. It's a small curtain. It's a small world. Roland buys a meal, ladies and gentlemen. Are we prepared for this?
I get off easy. I get to play one character.
I don't know, but you're going to have to eat in every
That's
scene.
fine. I'm a hungry boy.
And he can't poop.
How did you know?
So what well, yeah. Oh, well. Oh, no, I don't have taller. Yeah, so what we have is a situation where you have just finished convincing the Andorians that what are Starfleet and the Andorians now?
Family.
They're family. And what were the last words of the Andorian ambassador as he left? I believe would be Good Devil's job.
He was the ambassador.
Yeah.
You played the ambassador because you saw Christopher Walken and you immediately was like, oh, I call dibs.
How could I forget the ambassador? Because I am very shy.
So immediately you took Christopher Walken.
Gosh, what was it?
John has dibs on being Cesar Romero in this episode.
I mean, you could probably guess what his last words were.
It's time to go. I don't know. I honestly to God, don't know.
Well, I know his counterpart has said his last words were family.
Oh, family. I don't know. Fine. We can't just continue on because I clearly don't remember.
I don't remember either.
No. You were to make up the last words. That was called improvisation and role playing. This is
Oh.
where I hand creative control to you, and you have once again all let me down. I'm afraid now I am going to have to resort to the D&D Wednesday night railroading system to move the plot along.
Sometimes you gotta put your foot down, and don't lump
Sometimes
me
you
in
gotta-
with these chuckle fucks, please. I played along.
if
That's
if
Lieutenant Commander Chucklefuck to you.
Oh, Lieutenant Commander Chucklefuck.
I didn't go to Chucklefuck Academy
I
for
feel
14
that's
years to be called
all-
just Chucklefuck.
It's ensign.
I
That's-
earned this rank. Thank
that's
you very
ensign
much.
Chucklefuck.
It
to
doesn't
you.
matter what your
Lieutenant.
rank is.
Oh my God. So you all, you've seen the ambassador and his staff. They wander off into the ether of DS the starbase, and we're once again looking at now some ideas about. Well, you've met with them, and Captain Roland, you did a good job, and you proposed something. Because one of the solutions to what was actually the solution? What are you guys trying to accomplish by meeting with all these ambassadors?
We wanted to basically show them the importance of all of us banding together against a common threat. That common threat being the Borg.
Yes, and you had what I think was an out there idea.
Me personally. Oh yes. Yeah. Well,
The captain had an idea.
When
Yeah.
we said everybody, Captain understood the assignment, and he started thinking about races that others probably would have just discounted. The Cardassians being one of them. Central
Okay.
Command is very, very powerful.
Well, when they're not committing
Well,
genocide, I think, yeah.
Well,
This
that too.
time it's like you have to, yeah, that too. So at this point, by the way, Doctor and Security Man, you were sent to make the Norway ready to leave at a moment's
Okay.
notice. Do you have anything that you were particularly focusing on or doing? Because I think the crew is still a little bit upset at the Doctor for basically pantsing them in the simulation, knowing all their weaknesses and just exploiting the heck out of them. Is there anything you want to do to prepare for possibly a Borg confrontation?
Just shoring up medical supplies, making sure that everything is, orderly, and that all of the medical crew are aware of kind of how
Yeah.
the Borg operate, so that if there is an attack, they have an expectation of what to look for and what to expect and how to treat.
Yes. I was curious about. Did you want to talk to your two crewmates who we may remember who they are? Your two nurses.
Oh God.
You mean Lieutenant
I
Gemma?
believe Armand is Lieutenant Gemma.
Is she a nurse? Okay.
She's a nurse now. She is now.
Okay.
She can be a specialist. But yeah, Gemma's here and is just not really happy about this idea. She, I think, still wants to get back to reading more medical journals,
That's fine.
if I remember right.
That's fine. Gemma, you can spend any time that you have after making sure that all the supplies are in order. You can spend any time that you have free reading as much as you can and finding out all there is to know about what do we call Borg assimilation and what it does to the human body, so that we can start to strategize on how we're going to treat people at the early stages or later stages, or however we might encounter them in the event of an attack.
I think we should
She
treat them like
could
they're
read a book.
Borg.
Yep, very
She
good,
can get rid
Doctor.
of books.
I shall do that. Yep, I will do that. And also, whoever's keeping track of such things, note that she is going to pick up nanotechnology as a focus for the future. So that can come in handy both in engineering and in medicine. Because at the cellular level, hey, it's all a bunch of molecules whipping around, and the Q can stand on any one of them or all of them. So so what are you doing, Mr. Security Man?
I think there's a few important things that we need to do to make
Okay.
sure we're prepared for an attack.
Okay.
First of all, would be to see if we can do something with our shields to prevent
Okay.
boarding, because somehow they're able to board our ship even when we have shields up. They're able to transport onto the ship.
Okay.
It seems. Another thing we'd want to do is make sure that our weapon systems have some sort of phasing so that we can continually switch channels,
Okay.
so that when they adapt to the phaser frequencies, that we're ready for it and we can get more
Okay.
shots off. And then I think the last thing that needs to be done is talk to the security crew about what to do if they encounter one of their crewmates that has been begun the process of being assimilated by the board, to assess the situation quickly and decide whether or not you blow their brains out or see if you can do something to get them to sick bay.
All right. So while you're making these preparations and thinking about the death of crew, you just hear this ghostly echo of, "It's not so bad, sir. You can just go quietly toward the light, even if it does have a
Ensign-
little mechanical whirring."
Ensign Alpo, is that you?
Yes. And I think that the Delta Band would be the most efficient way to recalibrate the phaser banks on the port side. Or I will
Okay.
touch the thing and blow myself up like I did last time. Or maybe that's a bad idea.
Can we add the ghost of Ensign Alpo to my security team?
He lives inside of your head.
You know, that hasn't been done yet. Hasn't been done yet in Star Trek yet. They've
There's
hollow people, but they've never ghosted somebody.
they've ghosted, yeah. Yeah.
But Riker's ghosted plenty. You can bet your sweet ass on that.
Oh, everyone gets a point of momentum for that.
Yeah.
That's a point of momentum. I don't even know where the momentum is right now. I have lost track of
Hey,
the
well, at
narrative.
least we're not causing video game mermaid to have to talk about us to her therapist again. It's chat, not us this time.
Oh, okay. Oh, did we? No. Aliens did that
Yeah,
to her.
well, I'm pretty sure it's all the streams at this point.
Oh, I think we need to push it then tonight. Here comes some fun. So, yeah, you guys are working ahead, and Captain, you're looking at, and you guys, by the way, security, medical, you can rejoin the crew at any time you wish. You know, you're putting things together, things like that. I'm not sure if um, if Civic wanted to do anything specific while the captain was staring off into the middle distance, trying to figure out what his next move was, regards to the Cardassians, or if he wanted to talk with you guys out loud, and have a discussion with Ball about a potential strategic move that might be diplomatically dangerous or unwise. And should you even tell the admirals?
Commander,
Yes, Captain.
do you
I couldn't tell if you were waiting for my response or if that was a dramatic pause.
a little bit of both.
Please continue.
A little bit of both. Do you think it would be foolish to go behind the back of Starfleet Command, contact Cardassians? Do you think that I'm crazy right now?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. We're expecting a different answer.
No. I always appreciate your candor, Commander. Commander.
Commander Kato reporting for duty.
That was my nickname when I came over from the Imperial Guard.
Commander.
Did I
Mr. Vector,
stutter?
Vector.
Nice.
Did,
Tucker.
I don't think Starfleet Command would go for it, but I seriously don't know how we combat an enemy as advanced as the Borg without every single Alpha Quadrant species pitching in.
Well,
And regardless
mean,
of what we think about
they're
the
not going to tell
Cardassians,
on you.
This is true.
So if you try and fail, there's nothing really lost unless somebody here says something. If you try and are successful, then
As
who
he
knows,
says
maybe,
that, I kind
maybe
of
we'll
want
get
to
one of those
side
Kirk
eye.
awards.
Yeah, as he's saying that, like, unless somebody here says something, comment, I'm gonna kind of just side eye Civic, not like 100%, but just kind of like give a glance. I know he's threatened to tattle on me in his reports before, so.
Are you feeling okay, Captain? It seems you may be suffering a stroke.
No, no, I'm thinking, Civic. Do you think that we could convince the Cardassians to put aside their hatred for the Federation to fight the Borg?
It is, in fact, as you humans say, a tall order. I believe is the analogy of choice.
But nothing worth doing is ever easy.
Indeed, it isn't, Captain.
Well,
Just keep in mind, this could be your commission if they don't like the results of this.
this is true, but it'd be selfish of me to concern myself only for my job.
Oh,
When
right.
the when the fate of the entire Alpha Quadrant rests in the balance. You both have given me some good points to think on. I think I need to go get something to eat. I'm gonna. We're still on the. We're still on the in the space this spaceport, right? The
Oh, you're
starbase?
totally on the
Yeah.
starbase. Yeah, you have not left. Miraculously, stepping off the starbase would be an event in which you would all be very aware if you left the starbase.
I'm gonna head over to Modine's and pop a squat and see what they've got. I know I just had a grilled cheese and tomatoes, but
Coming back for more.
yeah, well, you know,
It's
thinking
that good.
always brings out the appetite. At least it does for Captain Sykes.
I see. All right.
If there's
Whoops,
one
we gotta
thing
do-
that the Cardassians love, it's lunching.
Yes, they
do.
love lunching.
They lunch with
Indeed,
each
they-
other all the time. It's really kind of like, research.
It's a social time for them. They don't just eat. They eat and chit chat and observe.
Intelligence gathering.
Mm-hmm. Everything is an intelligence.
play Pokemon.
Oh, they play Pokemon.
Not with the Cardassians.
So while you go down to lunch, oh shit, who's left? Civic, you were listening, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me an insight and science, or insight and engineering? One. It only requires one success.
We got one success.
Oh, good. All right. How incredibly competent and efficient of you, not taking up any more than you absolutely need. All right. You hear a really. It's very annoying if you had emotion, if you allowed emotions to sway you. But there's a very high frequency, unlocalized sound. that is just getting on your perfectly trained nerves. And it almost it almost sounds well, actually, what heavy metal tune would this sound be oscillating to? Do you guys have any opinions about what heavy metal tune Civic would be hearing on an ultra high frequency?
Oh, I don't even get to pick my own metal tune. That's some...
I feel that it's important that the group punishes you.
Heart-shaped box.
He said no.
Hold on, wait. Heavy metal tune. But we'll go with heart-shaped box because why not? It's grunge now, and that's even more annoying and tedious than anything else. So you're hearing this while all you're seeing is there. And if you could see my omnipotent hands that can encompass galactic clusters, they would be making the flappy mouth gesture. And the flappy mouth gesture, because all you're seeing is their mouths moving, you're more than a little occupied by this new sound that's penetrating your skull at this point.
Oh.
Yep.
Man, I really wish I could eat this cancer away.
Yeah. Ow. Ugh.
It's mine now.
Okay, I get a point of threat for that. This is the way. It's our rules. We make them up. That should really be the. That might be a byline of this particular podcast or cast. So, you do hear this high pitched sound.
Right.
Not sure what you want to do with it.
Yeah. If it's annoying me that much, or well, actually, let me rephrase that. It's annoying me. So I am immediately going to try to find my way to Medbay aboard the Norway.
Okay.
I know Dr. Arya's there.
Yeah, you walk past a Rexall and a CVS and urgent care on your way to the Norway. Yes. And the sound recedes, by the way. When you leave the area, the sound recedes.
Oh.
Which I probably should have mentioned as you were reporting to Medbay, thinking that this was a medical issue you needed to be attending to. As you leave the area near Captain Roland and Ball, you do not hear this as much. And they seem utterly unaffected by it.
Must be the ears.
And as I turn and walk back towards Exo Ball, like how close to him can I get before I start to hear the sound again?
Well, as you approach Ball, within say about 2 meters of him, it begins increasing again.
Oh.
And by the way, both of you are seeing your chief engineer walking back and forth, turning around and cocking his head like a cocker spaniel that you just went to.
Captain, Exo, do you not hear this? It's maddening.
I hear my chief engineer pacing back and forth. You're gonna wear a hole in the deck plate and keep doing that.
Apologies, Captain. It seems the closer I am to this area, this is almost as close as I can get to you before it becomes painful and, dare I say, annoying. If none of you are noticing it, I believe my earlier rapid remedy to report to Medbay may have been the more pertinent solution to my current problem.
I agree, absolutely. You should have Dr. Burks take a look at you. If she can't figure out anything, let me know. We'll look into this a little deeper. You don't strike me as a person to have hallucinations. So yeah, let's.
Thanks. So on that, Seebeck's gonna tap his communicator. Lieutenant Commander Seebeck to the Norway. One to beam to Medbay.
Okay. I'm not trusting anything in terms of my voice coder. So can you make the jazz hands version of a transporter effect, please, Mr. Civic? Oh, you're going movie now.
It's good.
You've done the movie version of this. Okay.
It's done the
I see.
landing.
I see some Star Trek 2 is happening here. All right. So you beam into Medbay, and I have to find a set piece.
Captain, I'm not sure our Vulcan is entirely stable.
Was he ever?
Paul, have you ever known a Vulcan that was ever completely stable? They always talk this big game about controlling their emotions. Bunch of freaks, if you ask me.
I can't say I've known that many Vulcans, sir.
Good people, salt of the earth, but a little crazy.
What?
I respect your tolerance.
Okay, I'm putting some people in place here. Hold on. Why am I not finding this person? Right, I have to sort through a box of minis here.
What's up, Billy? We gotta.
You know, I suppose I actually probably could have provided that.
Provided what?
A little bit of a dunce.
Man,
Well-
we got Billy Wildstar in here.
Lieutenant Gemma.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Gemma looks like the product of a love child between Ringo Starr and Natalie Portman.
Oh God.
So, and there it is. So,
Peace and love.
Oh, thank you. Who did that? Who gave us the sound
I
effect?
did.
Oh, thank you. Now I have to remove it because we've already done it. Now move it over here.
No, I can bring him back, put him back there.
Oh, okay.
Transporter's not
You seem
stable,
to
sir.
You seem to be phasing.
Oh God,
The
he's gonna
Vulcan
get.
is not the
He's gonna
only
get
thing that's not
transported to
stable.
the mirror dimension. No.
No. Oh, please, no. I don't need another plot cliche. Let me see.
DS9 hit the mirror universe hard, didn't they?
Well, it hit it harder than Loxana hit basically anything that walks. Okay, wait. I'm
Or
sorry. That was a
doesn't
different
walk.
key.
I mean,
That was a doesn't
not-
walk.
Should you go after
So,
Pike?
Seebeck, you can have the dock wave a light over your ears. Oh yeah, Pike. Hold on. Beep. Yeah. It's snoo. Let me see. Pike. Not Pike. God damn. Doctor, you have a person who just showed up on your door without an appointment, and I don't know whether or not his health insurance card is on file yet.
I swear you read
so-
my mind. I need to know what his insurance is because I got a intergalactic memo that we're supposed to check, and then after we find that out, then we have to call the insurance company and find out. They want to know how bad I think he needs whatever medicine he needs. So
It's probably Care Second.
And then after all that, you find out that it's out of network and he has to pay out of pocket anyway. So.
Oh yeah, you're out of quadrant. I'm the only doctor in the quadrant.
Excuse me,
You're out of
sir.
quadrant. I'm sorry.
This is a Wendy's.
It's the Wendy's. Yeah.
Show me a
So,
problem
yeah.
that a Wendy's can, that doctors
Frosty.
can't fix that a Wendy's can. Wait a minute. No, it's the other way around. But you get what I'm
It's the other
saying.
way
Complete
around.
lack of having heart attacks.
Yes. Lack of free flowing arteries. That's one of the big things. Yes, for those of you who have circulatory systems that are closed. Well, you do appear in Med Bay where Lieutenant Gemma seems to be finishing up her little check of the various supplies, and she makes sure that there's a type 1 and type 2 protoplaster. She's all set for that. She's got a bunch of hyposprays lined up, and now she really goes back to the Space Lancet. So, and that's a joke for the one person in the entire viewing audience that might know what the Lancet is. So anyway, she's going back and she's going to learn her nanotech. Civic, you don't hear this hum or whine or anything anymore.
Greetings, Dr. Arya.
Why so formal, Sivek? You look like you don't feel good. Do you have a headache?
Something like that. It seems to have gone away, and it seems to be a problem within proximity of a certain area. However, I wanted to come see you and have you wave over my ear with your super sciency doctor.
Well, let me ask you
Try.
a question, because there's been something going around. Have you heard anything about Bruno?
We don't talk about Bruno.
No,
Okay,
no,
it's not
no.
that. Thank God. It's the Bruno. It's the Bruno
Civic has
variant
left the
of
scene.
the COVID-19 virus. It affects the hearing of the adult. Children are unaffected, but adults have been known to go mad. So I'm relieved that that's not what it is. Okay, yeah. Let's wave the flashy thing.
On, I got you.
There you go.
Oh, thank you so much for lifting from these slender shoulders, but very broad and masculine, the weight of audio entertainment. So the doc waves a light over it. It's gonna be a medicine and reason check, because I think that those are things that the doctor has in spades. You need a level one, a single success, so it's 2d20 against medicine and reason combined.
Okay.
You haven't played for a while, so I'm just kind of spending it out.
Reason's 10 and medicine is 4, so it's against a 14. You said 2d20s?
2d20s, and you need lower than a 14, and you need at least one of them to be lower than a 14. And I do love how when everyone drinks, they have invisible glasses.
An 8 and a 9.
It is 8 and
Drink it.
9. You generate, you have a success. You've generated additional momentum in case you need to use it for a question. You see, oh yeah. Oh, this is bad. Oh, the continuum. You have invisible glasses. You discern that Civic's hearing is absolutely perfect. There is nothing mechanically wrong, and you've even went over his auditory nervous system. He is equivalent of the Broca's area. He's able to process sounds, interpret them. They're interlocked with his memory correctly, and his serotonin levels are just French kiss on the serotonin levels. Because I have to now say these things because I am apparently on a podcast.
Well,
Because I do not. I'm a mere shadow. So everything is as far as you can tell, biologically and probably psychologically okay. Well, biologically okay with your scan. You do have an extra point of momentum if you wish to bank or spend it on a question.
no, Sivik, you're fine. There are
Good
no
job,
rats
Brian.
on your back. you're still your same height. No, your insurance company says that there's not enough wrong with you to justify you being here for one moment longer. Please get out of my office. Oh, no. I don't know. What do you want?
That was a
It's
little
fine.
Against
too,
better judgment.
folks. That was a little too real. I'm sorry. I feel that something's bothering a player on a personal
I'm pretty
level.
sure it couldn't have been anybody better than Civic too, because I'm pretty sure he does what I do and he gets it. Nope, I don't have any more time to spend with him. I need to have at least 30 minutes to Google all of the possible ICD-10 codes that I could put in for I hear a weird sound today. Yeah, I don't know.
How are we doing, Susan?
Yeah.
Having at this point gotten his diagnosis, Stephen's just gonna walk out and head back
No, he's not.
to engineering.
Because that's what they
Okay.
do.
Hold
No.
on. Transporter room, just really anywhere in the ship, please and thank you.
Okay. Kid, what on 3, right? 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Look at Lieutenant.
I do not have a fucking better place to put you right now, so I will change.
I'm gonna
scenes.
look over at Gemma.
Send me to
Yes.
engineering and.
Oh, you said anywhere. Gemma, you and Gemma are doing
I'm
what
gonna
now?
look over at Gemma and I'm gonna say, you should have told him to do like a balance test. I don't think there's anything wrong with the zero, but it would have been really funny to watch.
Doctors
I
are
like the
mean.
I like the hypochondriac. We have an encounter. I don't know what an encounter redeeming is.
Oh, that's
Oh God.
I'm gonna be very curious to see how this plays out.
You'll have to explain to the omniscient Q.
That knows everything. The
That
computer
knows everything.
yes.
Omniscient. Yeah. Oh no, you're right. I am all-seeing, and yes, you're right. Omnipotent was the other part, but you seem to cut across me on that one. So there's a penalty box waiting.
And I know what
Encounter one. Yeah, what's in Q's penalty box? So
Are we gonna crowbar this one in there?
Yeah, we're gonna Oh, we are running with Roland buys a meal. You think that I plotted this out?
It looks like Q. It looks like we're going to be running up against a a mob with the name of Peggy the Pagan Sexy Goblin. Godspeed.
Encounter with. Okay. Oh, this is going to be one specific for the captain.
Oh no.
She's why Steven has a headache.
Sounds like a
She
very
might be
nice
one.
dinner date if you're hungry, Captain.
I mean,
actually,
he's into a lot of stuff.
This is this is going to be all right. This is actually going to work out really well.
He's a 24th century man,
She's
so.
heard he's
Yeah,
open
he's
to
a
all
24th century
faiths.
kind of guy. Are we going to? What I'm going to do is creatively interpret this. However, Civic, you're still pissed off about that hearing thing. I assume you're not going to let that go because first you got a bullshit diagnosis. There's a copay, and
It's 24th century. Yeah, I'm a little pissed.
I'm a little pissed off. Well, considering the last time the doctor freaked out over someone having a simple headache. And now it's sort of like, yeah, whatever. You know that she got her training from Kate Pulaski. She definitely got her training from Kate Pulaski.
Do what everybody else does. He'll Google it, he'll come back, he'll tell me what it is, and my job will be a lot easier.
Yeah, that sounds like Dr.
He'll be
Pulaski.
back.
He'll be back. I like that you're just telling this to Gemma, who's sitting in the corner just thanking God that she never went to medical
She's just
school.
glad he left. She, just
She never went
She's
to.
not trying to talk to anybody.
Yeah. So what is going to happen is, GD, you are it's GD. It's Civic. You've, I've got to put you in an engineering room because, you all want visuals because you're so limited. That looks like an engineering room.
Perfect.
Okay, he's
yeah.
not in there.
Oh, I am. You're welcome. Oh no, there's things that are going to happen. To be this person with that, and you could, as a space filler, why don't you go ahead and slap that sound effect on there? Okay. Ensign Tucker's around. It's like, hey, sir, how you doing?
I think I have had better days, Ensign. How is the status of the ship?
Oh, we're all well. You know, they at the academy they called me very punny, so I'm gonna say we're ship shape, sir.
I'll take that as a passing grade, Ensign, as
Yes.
you were.
Oh yes, I was passing. That's very good. But
Uh,
I've had my species reassignment surgery, and I'm glad I can pass. Used to be a
Uh,
Folian. We've just lost. I think we've just lost another sponsor. Area, who have we
Oh,
lost?
it's up,
I think you broke Civic, Ensign Tucker.
Oh, that got rid of Raycon. Bye, guys.
And Petco.
Pegco?
Yeah, you're right. We never had Petco.
We never had.
It would be Peg. No, Pegco.
Oh no,
We still have the.
that's foreshadowing.
That's foreshadowing, and it casts a long shadow.
Oh no.
So,
But you're very annoyed about this spot, like that messed with your hearing, I think.
okay.
Hyper localized. You're not letting this go.
Okay. I guess I have to go back.
Hold on. Can you make a choo-choo train sound, Armand, please? Yeah. Thank you. All right.
I do what I'm told.
Hold on.
As do you all. As do you all.
Transfer room. Don't ask me why. Send me back to Captain Sykes.
Oh, no. Actually, why aren't you investigating what cost you paid?
What?
You can do that from here. You're an engineer.
Oh.
You got magic buttons.
Okay.
What's
yeah.
your problem?
Actually, no. Valid point.
Yeah. Are you gonna?
So, can I access the ship sensors from engineering?
All right, audience. What is the Star Trek version of duh?
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I'm just gonna be mean tonight. Tonight's a mean night.
Yeah. Well, it's been that kind of
I
day.
don't like it
Okay.
when the GM drinks. He's mean.
Make the lamp
It's the
stop
angry.
screaming.
Look, Fresca is the angry juice of the continuum.
The haterade.
The haterade of the continuum. Yes, you absolutely can bounce an anti-graviton beam off the main deflector dish, and do what needs to be done.
Okay. So, at this point, I've been moving around a little bit. Is it safe to assume that whatever Sykes and Ball have done so far, they've since walked off. So I guess just recalling from memory, I'm gonna run a level 1 scan. Just the basic cursory kind. Just
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Quick scan. Get around. Get back into the room. Yeah. So give me a second to pull your Jomentum up. Quick scan to a known location for unusual what the hell phenomenon is probably a difficult level 1 check. It's going to be, and I'm going to say con, CONN,
Mhm.
and control.
Con and control. So target of 14.
Yeah, con is kind of your operate it skill.
Okay. That's a critical hit and a miss.
Okay, another consequence. You have so you'll have an additional question if you wish to use it. You have a oops, she actually
Or I can bank. Cool.
well, she banked, but I'll let you know that you can bank or ask an additional question. This is Aria's bank that I've just added to your total because she didn't ask an additional question. She sent you on your way and figured you'd WebMD this. So you're WebMDing, and you get a the location where they were has no unusual phenomenon whatsoever. Was that what you were asking, is to scan where they were or where they are?
Yeah, where they were, like where I would have transported from.
Okay, where they were, there is no unusual energy signatures, no unusual electromagnetics. There's no biological forms there
Okay.
that aren't expected.
Um, I'm gonna go ahead and continue my scans.
Okay.
Just kind of moving down the hallway toward because Captain Sykes did say he was heading back to the mess hall.
Yep. And as a meta thing, you can obviously locate Captain Sykes with no. Did you
Right.
just spill your drink or your dice?
All my dice almost
All the
spilled
dice.
my dice.
There's 10,000 hit points of damage. Yes, and you can obviously, if you wish, you can scan directly to his badge, because you know exactly where he is based on his badge.
Yep.
But that's up to you.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna start guiding the ship scans down the hallway in that direction. So, uh, if it's a moving phenomenon, hopefully I can try and catch it, or just
Okay.
like.
Yep.
Also, satisfying curiosity, making sure Captain and XO are safe.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch scenes to the Captain and XO. Captain and XO, after you've sent the crazy Vulcan, the laughing Vulcan and his dog on their merry way, what do you choose to do next? Do you? I think someone was going to go get a sandwich, and I don't know what Ball was going to do.
That's a good question.
Because I mean, do you want to witness? Do you want to witness what you think is about to happen?
Yeah, I think the
You should
captain
witness
was.
it.
Yeah, captain was more worried about what CVEC would report, but he probably should have been more worried about what I would report. So, yeah, I'll go along for this.
Aren't we a merry band of little duplicitous twerps? Okay.
I'm sure he wouldn't approve.
Um,
I'm gonna do it over here.
Let me. I'm on this side
Yes,
of the
you should
county
definitely
line.
do that,
It is
Captain.
legal. Yes. So. Oh, I sense a command. I sense a promotion in Ball's future. So
Until the plan works.
So what I'm going to do is have you go down to. I guess you're heading down to Modine's. Do you want to have any situation? I don't plan any situations until you get to Modine's. Is that okay?
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh, you're talking about him or me? I thought he was already down there.
yeah. I mean, I'm already down there. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I thought you were walking together.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I would like to pull out my data pad though and just double check that the drills are being accomplished on the ship while in our absence that we instructed for.
Wait, there's drills?
Yeah, we said that last time.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Then there's drills. Yeah, they're you're, you're checking.
I love it when Q
don't
is letting
have.
God. On the seventh day, he said, "Let there be drills," and
Let
there
there be
were
drills.
Was good.
Oh my goodness. We're quietly going toward the pegging thing though. Drills could be interpreted that way. Well, this isn't helpful. I was looking for since someone threw me into a situation you don't know it yet, but you guys have gone off the map. So yeah, go. John re-entered the room. John comes back to the chat.
Back on the map.
So back on the map. So Ball, the one of the I forget who our helms our navigator is.
Lieutenant Wesk.
Man, somebody's got stuff up. Lieutenant Wesk is, I believe, a whisperer, and says, "Yes, sir. We are working very hard to make sure that we have all of the tattle drills taken care of. We can sneak up and report on anyone."
let's just do regular drills. We're just practicing in preparation for what's to come.
Okay, it would help me if I had an idea of what's to come.
I'll send him the
Oh.
Borg simulations that CVEC and I were running.
Oh, is this? Oh, those ones. Oh God. All right. You hear? Well, he does a quick scan. Wesker's very good at just skimming information. You've noticed. He tends to skim. He doesn't read too deep, so keep that in mind. If you ever assign him a task, he may be a bit not thorough.
I'll fix
but
that.
he looks at that and he looks and says, "Oh, okay. I think I need to change my underwear, and then I'll bring the phaser crews and the torpedo groups back online. Should I contact the chief of security and ask him to stop cutting out lace doilies for an ambassadorial emergency?"
You should leave the lieutenant commander to his duties.
Okay, because right now I think he's making sure the place settings don't cause offense.
Yep. That is equally as important for the tasks at hand.
All right. Then he just Wesk out and is done. So now if you wish to catch up or not, and I am all right, I'm just gonna abandon that idea. There's an idea I abandoned, people. You're gonna have to go online and demand the Twitch cut of this adventure. So we will catch up to the captain in let me see. You did not use an additional things, right? So we're up to 3, if I'm not mistaken. We're just gonna roll with that. Let's go with 3.
However,
Captain Roland.
If we are going to be approaching the Cardassians, would it make sense to have our chief of security with us?
It might.
In case something
Well,
were to go wrong.
I don't think we're approaching them right this moment, though.
Oh, I thought you were gonna reach out.
You're walked into a room. There's a guy.
I mean, I might. There's one Cardassian here. I might have a conversation with him, but I
You know what to say about Cardassians. If there's one around, there's probably more you just don't see.
But this also, but it's not like we're going to Cardassia Prime. You know, I think
we're not going.
Oh,
to
did someone
Prime.
say they wanted to go to Cardassia Prime?
I said we're not going to Cardassia Prime.
It's so beautiful this time of year. Right. So you are back at Modine's. And you sit down at the table after you've just offended Tolan. And he's not too eager to wait on you at this point. I think Latira is Tolan's going to be over here. Latira is coming in, and Amanda, would you please? I'm not trying to be sexist, but would you please play Latira? She's just interested in getting this guy's order, but you know that she's also offended the third in your polyamorous group. And also, he doesn't tip super well.
I'm Federation. I don't have any money. We don't tip at all.
Again, I think that's a poor excuse.
Tipping doesn't exist in the 24th century.
Why don't you try to get a job with a real skill?
Yep. So there you go. I believe that Captain Boomer has entered the chat. No, but no.
This job's just for school-age children anyway.
Yeah. So actually, we'll roll all that back because that was good, but not helpful. No. I don't believe Latira or the captain are that way.
No, not at all.
But Tolan does ask you to kind of wait on the captain because he's got another table it's full of Caitians, and there's a group of Kazinti coming in, and he really wants to get that cat fight avoided. or watch if it really keeps up.
All right. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it.
All right. Yep. Please.
Alrighty. Hello, sir. Would you like me to tell you our specials, or here's some recommendations, or has the sum of your life experiences prepared you to make those decisions for yourself?
Absolutely. Has anyone ever told you that your skin is the hue of the bluest mountain ranges of the most wonderful planet that I call home?
Whatever that planet is.
The tomato bisque is very good.
You can have anything in the universe as long as it's tomato bisque. Your lifetime has led up to tomato bisque.
Keep it together, Roland. Keep it together, Roland. Keep it together, Roland.
The crab cake.
Oh, crab cake, wonderful. I'll have the crab cake with an Aldebaran whiskey. Neat. And I see that it's a little busy here. I don't want to be insensitive, but when Tolan has some time, would you send him over?
Yeah, I'll tell him that you're waiting for him. I'm sure that he'll drop everything he's doing and come right away.
No, well, I don't.
For you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Not sure how this is supposed to work.
Stolen.
But you're
Not
have
the most
situations.
unsuccessful time that Captain Roland has hit on a woman, that's for sure. But definitely not the most successful.
It's probably the best time he's ever ordered soup.
Yeah.
It's probably his best soup encounter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to the engineer. Yes, I'm going to switch back to the engineer. Sivik, could you? You're basically continuing to scan, and you can sing your scanning song if you have a scanning song or chant, because you're a Vulcan. And
Scanning song.
you're scanning chant because you're a Vulcan, so you can't sing life forms. The life forms cha-cha. But as you're scanning, as you approach the area with Captain Roland, you see a spike in, essentially like a very, very high frequency proton beam, which does bleed off into you have some subharmonics, and it bleeds off into the audible. And it looks like essentially a very, very focused sensor beam that seems to be tracking the captain.
Now having found this sensor beam, am I able to trace it back to its source?
Yes. And again, I believe you had let's not roll. Let's just do this because it's dumb to make you roll for something. You do trace it back to a source. It is a compartment about 2 decks up, and what would be essentially maintenance and waste filtration, like J.J. Abrams had designed a Starship or Discovery. There's lots of open room. But it's basically kind of the maintenance systems of the station, where there probably aren't anybody. There's not supposed to be anybody there except maintenance crews. And then it obviously the signal degrades because, let's face it, why would I give you all the answers if I didn't want you to go there in person, or someone to go there in person?
Right.
I don't know, someone like a security guy or a first officer. What?
Well, I'm gonna tap my comm badge and.
Where's the sound effect for that?
I'm sorry, I gave this to you.
Give them an inch, they take a mile.
uh, Chief Engineer Sivek to Captain Roland.
Go ahead.
Captain, I think I have found the source of the high pitched sound I was hearing earlier. I've discovered a sensor beam centered it directly on you, sir. Coming from a most unusual location, about 2 decks above you.
Is it doing anything to me?
Oh, it's a sensor beam, Captain.
Oh.
It's sensing you.
Well, why don't you take Commander Burkhazen to this area, and I'll stay here as to not alert whoever might be censoring me?
Sure, we'll go with that. And immediately, I'll end that conversation and call over to security, reporting the situation to the commander, and I guess that means the 2 of us at least are going.
Bejor has a name, you know.
Just the 2 of us.
Oh,
We can make it if we
His name is Robert Paulson.
His name is
was.
Laura Palmer.
Okay, well, yeah. Engineering to security. Commander Burkhazen, come in.
Security, go ahead.
It seems we have a situation where our captain is being unsourcedly tracked. He has commanded us to investigate the approximate source and location.
I'm on my way.
And on that, I'll meet you in transporter room 1.
Okay. Oh, you guys have done that. Oh, you've done a scene. All right, hold on.
Hey, Lonely fans, thanks for that 9 months prime. You are prime in my heart.
Ouch. Let me see. Give me a second because we've once again gone off the map. And this is the price we pay for sheer effing hubris that we could just handle this as we went. Let me see. Rofe.
But all of my meals are free because I'm in the Federation. I don't have any money.
Yeah. So you as you guys get approach the area, what I'm going to say is you probably all transport to an area just outside of where the beam is probably located. Do you wish to tell the first officer about this, or let the first officer join the captain in the?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it up to Captain Roland. I informed who immediately needed to know.
Okay. Ball, you are joining the captain in Modine's, or are you diverting?
No,
And I don't know if he's been told.
I will join in Modine's.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is you've got that. Sorry. As you guys go to you join the captain, what I'm going to have to do is switch back to Civic and Bejor, and you go you both beam in immediately outside of a hatch. This is kind of a big area, and I'll put this up. I don't know if you can see it now. It's very Abrams-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
And what I'm going to need, and so as you peer in, you see two people, well, two forms huddled over a piece of equipment.
It
It
looks
does not
like
look like it belongs there.
it looks like one of the it looks like what was that arena called in Black Ops 2? It looks like that.
Oh, it does?
It looks like some high rises that I would have hid behind and like gotten completely destroyed by a juggernaut because they couldn't find anything to hide behind. That's what it looks like.
Oh, this isn't. So that's a bad thing, I assume? Yes.
That guy looks like my fingers after I spend too much time in the tubby.
Yes. And what you can do is, Bajor and Civic, you see them both in the area. And what do you wish to do? They have not noticed you at all?
I say that we sneak up and see if we can hear what they're doing before we take any action.
Indeed.
And
and
Approach
Go
them
ahead.
from the rear, right?
knowing that these are, or I should say, theorizing these are potential hostiles, seeing as how they're unauthorized. How do I say this? They're tracking the captain without authorization. I'm going to at least try to stealthily approach. You know, phaser in one hand, tricorder in the other, seeing if they are in fact the source of the sensing signal.
Let me see. Yeah, without even, it's a 0 difficulty roll. You can just get the information or you can attempt to roll.
Okay,
Let's get the information.
I'll attempt.
I see. There's a divergence of the party. Here comes the 20. So it is a control and engineer control and engineering.
Cool. Sorry. Engineering. So that's, if I understand, that should be like 2 criticals, right?
What, you have a control and engineering? Did you roll 2 ones?
Oh no. Okay, so then no.
Well, what do you have a focus that would apply? Possibly. Anything you can talk the DM into. Like I too specialize in sewage treatment plants.
Not really. Nothing would fit. So
Okay.
yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. So it's a 5 and a 4, but my engineering was a 5, which is why that.
Oh yeah, no, that would absolutely trigger it in your mind of, can I get more? Can I, please sir, can I have some more? It was a 0 level difficulty level task, so you bank. Is it okay if we bank that momentum?
Thank you.
Bank you, yes. And so yeah, it's definitely coming from that very odd looking machine that does not fit in with the rest of the sewage treatment plant. It's a very, very pastel colored device with some teal, because you're in TNG,
Okay.
and it's got a set of repeating light patterns, a four pattern repeat, and it could have been got a property from the Buck Rogers series.
Okay.
Civic, is this anything you've ever seen before?
I would say, I'm guessing probably something. Right.
What? Let's say you have.
Let me put on meta hat.
Yeah.
Like, is it something Civic would recognize? Because I honestly
it looks like a heavy duty scanner, something that's designed for very covert operations, but it's bulky. So yeah, you can decide what and where you've seen it, but that's a description. You would be at least able to guess what it is. And actually, the security officer would actually know as well.
I guess
that's
more
for sneaking.
Yeah, I guess more importantly, is it anything that if we neutralize these 2 guys, is it anything that could potentially hurt the captain?
Nothing that I am aware of. However, it seems whatever their intents are of nefarious purpose. I suggest we approach each one of them slowly, within stun phaser range, and I'll put them night.
Agreed. Night it is.
Night men can't
Night,
tell
night
no
it is.
tale.
Gotta
I
sing
know.
Oh,
a
I love
lullaby.
that's the setting.
Yeah.
Set phasers to night. I just love how this is gonna go.
Well, you see, Q, I told you we were modifying our phasers in case of an
Oh.
encounter with the Borg, so we actually added night mode too.
Oh yeah, they're not prepared for a gentle lullaby at this point, or the story of the little duck 15 times, the little duck who lost his. No, are you my mama? That would make them work very sad. They would be very sad indeed. So while you guys are sneaking up on this, we're going to go back and see how the captain's lunch goes.
Very important.
Dun dun dun. This is all it's what was it all equally important?
Commander, I saved you a seat right on over here.
Yeah, the referee has to go and actually make that work.
Yeah, I figured I'd give you the cue, you know.
Oh, we're just actually going to be a whole new thing here. And because all momentum is conserved across the cosmos, you guys can actually add and bleed to each other because I don't think that they're going to cover that in the rules. So, yeah, he's Ball. You take a seat, wondering exactly how far the captain's got, and noticing there is no Cardassian nearby that is being engaged in conversation.
We'll see.
He said he was going to go behind Starfleet. Maybe that was a euphemism for being behind the restaurant.
Behind the restaurant might be space. I'm waiting for you guys to put on spacesuits and try and follow that clue. So, yeah, you have, yeah, actually, Ball, you notice that the captain is making no advancement. You might want to make a wry comment about his subtlety being almost imperceptible in progress.
Well, I mean, I don't want to pressure him. You know, give him the rope to hang himself with.
Oh, true.
I don't want to be pushy about him.
Yeah, that'd be a little sus.
Yeah.
Just, if someone goes out onto the thin ice, don't stop them. So you're just gonna kind of sit there. You ordering anything, any activity that would you'd want to do?
No, I think you know, being my uncomfortableness around various aliens and all that stuff, I think I would just keep looking over the duty rosters and trying to optimize shifts. You know,
Okay.
if the captain has a down moment, I just might mention that the drills are continuing on. But yeah, other than that, just kind of give him the space to do what he needs to, and just keep an eye.
Yeah, the staff forgot exactly what you did order, which was crab cakes.
Mm-hmm.
And Tolan brings them out.
Wonderful.
Today, which means they're gonna be splitting tips this week if anyone got a tip. So Tolan brings the crab cakes. He also brings he brings basically what would be called an icebreaker, which is kind of a human version of an Andorian drink, a lot like we have egg rolls in the West, where humans have made kind of an odd drink of that. They're not altogether disgusting, but they are served at kind of a warm temperature of like minus 20 C for an Andorian. So it has sort of a bit of a Slurpee look to it, and neon blue, of course, because why not? But he does bring it out to you, and says, "Well, compliments of the house."
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna look over at the bar and go, who's Rax? I've never known Rax to be buying people drinks.
Well, we have a rather big house with many rooms, and many relatives just tend to drop in occasionally.
Tolan, I think I might understand what you're saying. Would this drink come from any particular room of this house?
Oh, no, just, probably the guest room. And with that, Tolan steps over and says, "Well, let me know if everything is to your satisfaction." And then he does a bit of an obsequious bow, hand flourish, and kind of retreats back to going and seeing how the Kazinti are getting on with occasions. And it looks like their little fur ridges are ruffling up.
Oh no!
Ears are going back.
Lunch and a show, Commander. Lunch and a show.
It's gonna be. So, yeah. Do you want to have your crab cakes or anything? Or?
Sure. Yeah, I'll start eating the crab cakes and.
Okay, I need a fitness and
Shit.
command roll. Or fitness and
Fitness crab cake in his mouth.
fitness crab cake in your mouth.
Yeah, fitness and command is good.
Let's go fitness and security.
Oh, let's do fitness and command. I like that much better.
Okay, that's so that you can avoid what's about to happen next.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Are you going to tell me the difficulty, or do I have to guess?
I feel that it will be much more fun if the universe is unfair and arbitrary.
Sure. Let me go ahead and use momentum to buy a die.
All right.
Target of 13.
Okay.
I got a 15, a 9, and a 12. So 2 successes.
2 successes. Well, I will say that is the most vile, disgusting crab cake you have ever tasted.
Oh!
You really do. You manage to. Well, it's up to you whether you wish to hide your problem or not.
No, I'm gonna be very, very like, just over the top. Oh,
You need to
Rex,
speak with the manager.
you're. Oh, I think there's
I'm a
something
captain,
wrong with your
damn it.
replicators. There's got to be something wrong with your replicators. This food is rotten.
Rax just looks over at him and says, "We don't use replicators. We use cooks.
What kind
You've been in here for how long and you don't know this?
What kind of crab is this?
What you get for ordering a crab cake X out of Maryland, Captain. You should know better.
Tolan actually like scurries over and says, "Oh, I'm sorry." And because basically you didn't vomit on yourself, but he did have a bucket and a mop at hand. Says, "Oh, that's terrible. Oh no." And he begins to take back. "I think I'll take this back to the chef and complain on your behalf immediately."
No. Tolan, it's totally not necessary at all. It was probably just a mix-up in communication. I thought, see, where I come from, the crabs taste good.
Oh, well, if you'd like to explain it to the chef yourself.
No. It's perfectly fine. It's like I said, it was just a breakdown in communication. It's perfectly fine. I will have the replicated grilled cheese and tomatoes, please. Oh no! Did it happen again? Oh,
Did
shit.
we lose him?
Okay, take the hint. I'm trying to take the hint. What hint? Sure.
Audience,
Sure.
audience.
Yes.
What is Tolan trying to get him to do?
Tolan, yes. I shall.
Jesus.
Let me follow you back into the kitchen, and we shall talk to the chef alone.
Okay. And we'll go flip back to sneak attack and potential nap time. Now, I will admit, before you've fired weapons, yep. Can you give me 5 minutes? Or is it nap? Is it nap time? Can you give 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Then, well, this tells you where all this is going. It would behoove you not to nap these guys. for about 2 seconds. But you can obtain more information from an awake person than an asleep person. So it is up to Bajor and Sivik as to what they want to do.
You see, when with the night mode that is on the phasers, it doesn't stun them. That already exists. We wouldn't be redundant. Now,
Okay.
you know that
What would
feeling
you
that you get when your leg falls asleep or your arm falls asleep? Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
That's
Oh.
torture.
Oh,
That's awful.
oh, that's
Okay.
right.
All right,
Right.
that will I
Not
will
quite
say
Cruciatus
because
curse level. However,
Yeah.
however,
put limbs to sleep.
okay.
It's not hell, but it's heck.
because
That's
it's
right. It's heck.
you're
There'll be
altering the
heck to
conditions.
pay.
Because you're altering the conditions of the scene, it will cost a couple momentum to have night mode, which I love, and that will now be a standard thing on all phasers associated with the
Becomes
Norway.
standard issue with Night Mode.
It becomes the restless leg syndrome
I'm a
attack.
weapons trailblazer.
Yes. So you guys do hit them. It's basically, if you wish to shoot, it is control and security, and it only it requires 2 successes.
Well, I wasn't gonna initially shoot. So I'm gonna speak in meta on this.
Yeah.
Just to make sure Bajor agrees. But I'm thinking at least give them a chance to put their hands up, turn around slowly, that whole thing. See if we can just get them to cooperate without having to pew 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 pew.
Oh, I like in the back.
Chief, you're good with numbers, right? What do you think the percentage probability is that they'll give us anything?
Well, and I'm sorry, I don't know the race on the left.
Yadirian.
Rooney thumbs.
I don't.
They have no thumbs.
I don't know of the capacity for truth of the Idirians. However, the Ferengi are a vicarious bunch that practically never tell the truth.
I think it would cause them physical pain, to actually be honest.
And
Your specialty.
all right. So Bajor, who's gonna have their phaser pointed at who? Like I'll hold Pagan in place if you wanna shoot Pagan.
I'll hold Pagan in place.
We are not doing this.
I'll keep the phaser trained on them. Night mode at the ready.
All right. Okay, with that, I think we're. Gosh. Well, yeah. Let's. Well, I'm guessing Bajor's probably better suited for this. So, if you want to, put Pagan to sleep, I'll keep a phaser trained on the other one. And we'll give him a chance to, to talk.
I don't want to put him completely to sleep. Just a leg and an arm.
Oh, right, night, man, of course. So Cvex is gonna get just a little bit closer to Pagan, and I'm guessing Bajor's gonna. Well, I can't speak for him.
Wait. Which one are you going after? Are you going after Pagan or Pagan?
Peggin.
Yeah, I would like to neutralize Pagan because he's going to be full of space shit no matter what he says. So
he's going to be a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah,
that is just. Oh God. Well, they both could be.
I'll stereotype the Ferengi.
Stereotype the Ferengi.
Not all
trying
Ferengi.
to make a better life.
Not all Ferengi.
Hashtag not all Ferengi. Most.
Mm-hmm. Rom was a stand-up guy.
Yes. So you're gonna execute your little plan now?
Yep.
We
which
agree.
I wasn't paying attention to.
We concur.
So yes, talk your way through it then.
Okay. I'm going to take a shot at Pagan's arm and his leg.
Okay. It's difficulty 2 and security and control.
So that's 13 for success.
You're a shitty shot for a security officer.
Isn't
I
that
forgot
weird?
about that.
I shouldn't be. No, I have weapons training also as one of my
Sure.
foci. So that adds another one, right?
But night mode isn't technically a weapon. It's more of an annoyance.
It's a weapon. It's attached. It's part of my weapon. I pew pew out of the weapon and it goes into night mode.
What do you do out of the weapon?
It's a
I
tactic.
pew pew out of the weapon.
Oh, this is so going in the clip show.
Okay. So,
Yes.
so I have I rolled a 5 and a 16.
Fantastic. You got one hit, which means you got his leg, but not his arm.
Sweet.
So right now it's like because his back was to you. So you basically shot people in the back. Pagan turns around, and I believe Pagan will be played by a certain captain who might be familiar with the character from another game on Lords and Ladies of Fate.
Pagan's hair kind of looks like Gene Hackman's.
Yes.
Is that a cool guy? Is he cool? Is this Gene Hackman you talking about? Is he cool?
He's the coolest.
I'm fucking Gene Hackman, y'all.
Okay, so anything, Chief? But don't. You've caught.
What the
you've
hell?
Caught Pagan. Yeah, so you might need to interrogate him real quick. You got 2 minutes to a minute to interrogate him.
What are you doing?
I believe I should be asking you the same question.
We're just checking
Where-
out
where-
the structural integrity of this waste reclamation center. It's our job.
Bye, shoot him.
Lieutenant Commander, shoot him again.
Wait, are you gonna shoot? Are you gonna shoot Pagan again? Or-
I'd like to, just for the hell
which
of
is
it.
funny.
But I think I would like to. I think I'd like to shoot Pagan now.
No, it's too good. One answer's wrong, and you shoot the other one. It's so good. It's just
Can I shoot both?
I'd stay with the comedic lightness of shooting Pagan again.
Yeah, I would love
The
to.
hell, man!
I would love to do that. Do I have to roll for that again, or can we just
Oh
assume
hell!
that
Not
I
for
didn't even
this.
feel it.
Hell
He shot
no.
me in the same spot.
Yeah. So Pagan's very much like, hey, I just wrong for the job. I don't know what the hell. So he's pissed at Pagan.
That's actually
Okay.
really funny. You do that again, is he hasn't stopped quoting rules of acquisition since we got here. It's pissing me off.
God damn it. I'm gonna.
I'll ask
flip
you
it.
again. What are you doing here?
What?
Look, people need jobs doing, and I take care of.
I'm gonna shoot Pagan again.
Where at this point?
Let's see. So far
Wherever
I've hit his
left.
right leg and his left arm.
Get him
So
right in the
let's go-
lobe. Get him right in a lobe. One of the lobes.
Getting dirty.
That's fucking vicious.
That is vicious.
Yeah, no, I'm not ready for that yet. that's like waterboarding somebody. I'm not ready for those rules of engagement yet. So I'm gonna get his right arm now.
You guys,
Will you just tell him? I don't know how much more Latinum I could ask for this.
Listen, Pagan,
Hey,
do you have
wait.
any idea how uncomfortable this is for your friend?
you guys don't interrogate people very often, do you?
What?
Hey, no. You should go ask some of my former security officers how well I interrogate.
If you think this is bad, you should see what my crew says about me.
If you listen, the ghosts of some of them will enlighten you.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I ask you,
yep.
what's in the box?
So at this point, Sivek's gonna pull out his tricorder, and pull up his findings from what he discovered on board the Norway. Show it to Peggy and be like, "We are aware of the activities you are presently actually up to, tracking our dear captain. So, before Lieutenant Commander Itchy Finger over here makes you more itchy, I suggest you start telling us why you're actually here."
And I'm going to call a scene here and cut over to Captain Roland entering the kitchen. So you ready, Captain Roland? Because
Absolutely.
I'm just
Yep.
make the choo-choo sound. All right.
Oh wow. No wonder the food tastes like shit. You're a tailor. You should be hemming skirts, not making crab cakes.
So as a meta thing, this all happens pre DS9. Oh my god. So yeah.
Listen,
Okay.
I just I ordered the crab cake and I wasn't gonna say anything, but my good friend Toland told me to come back here and express my concerns with you. But I think it was just you're a Cardassian. That's very interesting. You don't see a lot of Cardassians out this way. I mean, I see Toland, but what's your name?
Oh, we're quite a well-traveled and very versatile species. And yeah, sometimes food just does not agree with you if you just don't know how to ask the right way. Ask for what you really want instead of what you think you want.
I think he's hitting on you, Captain.
Why is it every single time you're dealing with a Cardassian, there's like ulterior motives behind ulterior motives? Like there's so much subtext in just that little bit that he said. I don't know I don't know how to respond.
Yeah.
What are you telling me?
Oh, I'm just saying that you might want that there are things that someone can want, but sometimes they can't ask for directly, and sometimes it's best to talk right to the manager, as your Karens would say.
Well, what would you say if someone wanted to defend the entire Alpha Quadrant from the greatest foe that it has ever seen?
Well, I'd say that was well above the pay grade of a simple chef.
You, sir, strike me as
I
someone
have
who might
I have
be.
some leeks here to chop. As you can see, I have quite a full set of orders. The Cations alone have ordered so much tuna that I don't know if I'm going to be able to send someone to Cetacean Ops and procure enough fillets. I'm sure they won't miss Ensign.
How you operate your kitchen is of no concern to me. You wish me to be more direct? I'll be more direct. I need to speak to someone in Cardassian intelligence or Central Command. But I do not have the authority from Starfleet or the Federation to go through the proper channels.
Oh, well, the proper channels often. When I'm ordering leeks, it's difficult to get them through the proper channels. And sometimes I found it's more important to speak to the driver or someone else who is working on something than to actually go through those official channels.
Someone like maybe a cook.
Oh, cooks have to deal with all kinds of people every time. So, what sort of um, items or recipe would you need ingredients for?
Oh, just the largest combined fleet the Alpha Quadrant has ever seen, with the side of maybe stop genociding people.
Sandwich.
Oh, that's a lot of catering. That's a very difficult order. I don't know if I'll have the staff.
Yes. I mean, if you don't have the, I mean, you're like you said, you're but a simple cook. If you don't have the means or the capabilities to
Oh,
facilitate what I need, I guess I'll
I
just have
did
to go somewhere
I
else.
didn't say that. I'm just saying that with a very complex order, we may only be able to do one or two things at a time. And well, if I could have perhaps a list of the guests or um, any unexpected guests that we might encounter, um, that would go a long way toward me being able to cater such an event.
I pull out a data pad and I make sure it has the simulations on it, and I
Mhm.
kind of walk over and I slide it in front of him and I say, I cannot stress the career suicide that I would be committing if this were to get out. But we are working on a plan to defend against the Borg. And I've heard many things of the toughness and veracity of Cardassians, but those nanotubules will get you no matter what species you happen to be.
Hmm. Oh, the Borg. Yeah, I get the feeling that they like buffets more than they do a sit-down served plated meal. Well, I will have to plan accordingly. And he takes the pad and just sort of puts it off to the side while he continues the leak. Says, "Well, if you'll excuse me, I understand that the crab cakes weren't to your liking. I will work to uh, send out a second order." And then he turns back to chopping.
Wonderful. I appreciate that. And I take it you'll know how to get in contact with me. What am I saying? Of course you're Cardassian.
Oh, he just kind of gives you this long-suffering look of, yeah. And if it's okay with everyone, did we wish to go back to the Yadirian? No, no, we've done horrible things to the Yadirians.
We can pick that back up.
Yeah, no, probably not. Uh,
He's dead.
he's tingly now. And that ends this particular uh, tiny little part of your war against the Borg, and perhaps even the end of the Bajoran occupation, or
Hey,
maybe
we never
not.
found out exactly what caused the Cardassians to leave. Maybe that was me,
Sheer
baby.
sheer cussedness. So I return this channel to its rightful owners, even though all property is theft. Um, and I'm just gonna go political on this. And I hope that there is someone that we can drop some viewers onto.
Yeah.
Thank you all for participating, and thank you for the suggestion of the encounter. I hope it was satisfying.
Yeah, if everybody had a good time, and you're new to the channel, please hit that follow button down there, the bottom right corner. And if you have those Prime memberships, of course, we always appreciate that because it's free for you, but it's money for us. So helps us buy new overlays and things like that, so that we can have cool set designs for you and stuff. So yeah, let's do a raid. We'll be back on Wednesday for what are we doing on Wednesday? Did we decide what we're doing?
Wednesday, we are going to be playing Jackbox style games for about 2.5 hours ish. Please come by, enjoy it, because you all will be able to participate. I'm gonna send out a group invite to any cast member who wants to be full-fledged cast, ready to go for Jackbox. And then, hey, you know how those games work. Join the audience, make your mark. We're doing that, and then we'll be back with Adenia next week. We are going to be doing a fortnight once every other 2 weeks until the end of season 1 to get us some more time to have something in place.
Not Fortnite the game, though.
Yes, no, Fortnite NIGHT, because we
Right.
can spell.
So, and then Thursday this week we'll be back to Star Wars, which is always fun and exciting. So come check us out for that. We got Bruce Gaskin, who leads that campaign, and of course check him out on Saturdays. And if you're interested in participating, I think we still have some open spots in the D&D campaign that is looking to go on Sundays. It's kind of late, but it's like 10:30 to 12:30, I think, is the
Eastern
frame on
Standard
that one?
Time. Yep. So if you're on the West
So-
Coast, hey, that's a little bit better.
Yep.
Yep, you can still get in church.
Or
Yeah.
if you're across the pond, that's butt ass early in the morning.
So yeah, join the Discord. Keep up to date on all the upcoming events and casting calls and stuff. And we'll see you guys next time as we. Oh, I gotta set the raid up still. Raid.
Yes.
Well, while you're setting up that raid, we also we're coming in on the end of season 1 of Star Trek as well, because hey, one of our series should actually have a short season, not a year long. So we're pitching ideas, trying to figure out what's going to take its place. Our wonderful GM here has the desire too short a season. A year is too short. We're trying to gauge interest in something like an Atom Punk style game. I keep being told that there are dinosaurs on Venus, so we got to figure that one out. But go to the Discord, make your voices heard. Tell us what you want to see, and we talk about a lot about the stuff that we want to do as well. So you give your input in there. Let us know.
Okay, we might not be rating.
If you have what?
Yeah.
It
What
says
did we
we're
not
rating.
do?
Oh, okay. Now it keeps giving me an error,
Oh,
but
we're
it's doing it.
rating now.
Okay, yeah. Continue,
We're
sorry.
rating Vorpal Tales. Hey, those guys are great.
Oh,
Make
I
sure-
followed those guys.
Make sure you give them a follow. Say some nice things in chat. Throw a bunch of those emotes around because people like emotes.
Yes, they're doing Dune.
They're doing Dune.
Oh, Dune.
Ooh, can I be a Benny Gesserit?
Shave your head.
Ah.
Where's dental?
And if you don't
Oh,
know what
you're
the Atom Punk thing is, oh, we got okay, good.
They're gonna-
Oh, do we already